David, Donald Trump made an incredible pivot this week. He gave some major speeches. He read off a teleprompter the whole time. I think the only interview he gave this week was with Justice last night, that being us. And he's been very much on teleprompter. How long do you think that'll last?
Well, if he wants to win, he's going to stay on message, and the message he had this week is a winning message for him. The more he talks about people's security, not only their personal security, but also their economic security, he's going to attract Republicans to come back into the fold, and he's going to get undecided voters coming his way. Our polling recently in Ohio of women voters showed particularly his first ad being effective because it talked about the things voters care about, which is securing the border, defunding sanctuary cities, and deporting illegal immigrants who come here and create heinous crimes.
And you know, I want to talk about that. But David, before I go to the immigrant thing, I want to talk about the fact that Cokie Roberts said that Clinton supporters are morally tainted. Now, this woman works for ABC, PBS, I think, one of them, and you've got the mainstream media actually almost embarrassing Clinton's Trump supporters, I should say. Doesn't that work against us, or does that help people who support Trump?
Well, luckily, the Beltway pundits and the political analysts aren't the swing voters in this election, Judge. It is voters that sit in states like Ohio and Florida and North Carolina and Wisconsin, to name a few. And they're the ones that's going to decide this election. And they're not worried about what Cokie Roberts or many of the pundits have to say, nothing in particular against Cokie, but they want somebody that's going to make them safer, both economically and through their personal security.
Do you think that Cokie Roberts, I mean, by saying that anyone who supports Trump is morally tainted, I mean, she has a responsibility to speak about the facts. She's on television.
And frankly,
I'm an opinion, by the way. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm an opinion too. And you know, frankly, as a Clinton supporter, I normally get that kind of attack from conservatives. So it is a little curious, you know, really questioning your you know, where your heart is in some respects. But obviously, I do believe in my candidate. You know, entirely. So I think you're right. Cokie's a journalist.
Okay.
Stay out of it.
Quickly, because we've got to go. David, with immigration, he's going to tackle that this week. Is he going to pivot from where he was and soften it up a bit? What do you think?
It does appear that he wants to first make sure the border is secure and deal with those who are the most heinous criminals. And then past that, I think it's open for discussions with it ultimately, though, being about security.
All right, got to go. David Avella, Danielle McLaughlin, that's it for us tonight. Remember, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at @Judge_Jeanine.